All right. Well, welcome. Welcome to the ICU Lunch, Learn, and Laugh. I am the doctor for the day on duty, RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver. I'm really excited about you being here and delighted that I get to see your beautiful face and be a part of your world today, even on this shutdown, lockdown, stay at home kind of day. And even from home, there are some great things that can happen today. And so I'm glad to be a part of your world and what's happening in your world. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of your world and to encourage your heart today and to remind you, girl, we got this. Like no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and it's going to be okay. And today is a great day to say it's going to be okay. Would you agree? If you agree, you can just nod your head, thumbs up, and let me know you agree. And I certainly appreciate knowing that you're in support of greater things yet to come. Let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing, why I'm doing this, and how I'm hoping it's going to work. So, first of all, this is a safe place to gather. We've been told to stay in our homes and to stay safe. This is a safe place to gather. What makes it safe is number one, you can do it from the comfort of your home. You don't have to go out and worry about spreading germs, catching germs, or anything of the sort. You can also know that we're here to support you. We're here to encourage you. We're not here to laugh at you, make fun of you, make you feel bad. We're here to lift you up. I do have to tell you, as you are in the ICU unit right now, that there may be some things that I say might be a little tough to swallow. Some pills might get a little thick, but here's the truth about it. If it applies and you take it, you'll get healing, hope, and possibility. So just remember, I'm not here to hurt you. I am certainly here to help you find hope and possibility. Also, my intent is, like I said, to encourage your heart and to let you know that you are valued and to let you know that in this season of change, girl, you're not by yourself. You are not alone. Listen, you don't even have to do this alone. Even if you live alone, you are not alone. There are people who want to surround you, get underneath you, encourage you, and love on you. And perhaps during this week, during our lunch and learn time, you'll connect with someone, you'll meet someone. We're going to actually have some breakouts. You're going to be talking and connecting with other women as well. So I want you to know this is not about me. I won't be the only one talking. Matter of fact, I got my lunch because this is lunch and learn, right? So I told you to bring your lunch with you. I got my lunch with me. So I made me the other night, I made me some vegan eggs. And then yesterday, I added some spinach to it. And this is my lunch after my intermittent fasting. So 12 o'clock is my time to chow down until 8 tonight. And this is how I do it. All right. So not only do I have a good nutrition meal that I'm going to be eating while we're gathering and talking, got my little green drink to sip on as well. So it is lunch time. Bring your lunch with you. You are welcome to do so, or you're welcome to just eat your lunch prior, which that's okay. And let me tell you why. Because as women, especially, we don't have that balance where we take time out and we really just take care of ourselves and nurture ourselves. We eat on the go. We make sure that we're doing 900 things at once, but it's really okay to do one thing at a time. Like, we don't have to keep doing 900 things at once. It's okay to eat your lunch. It's okay to take time for yourself. It's okay. And so if you want to eat your lunch prior, go ahead. If you want to eat your lunch when we're done, go ahead. If you want to eat your lunch while we're hanging out together, well, go ahead. Whatever works for you, just take care of you. So, again, welcome. If you're just joining us, so glad that you're here. We're going to unmute the mic shortly to give everybody an opportunity to talk, to say hello, and all of that good stuff. A couple of disclaimers like, this is me. What you see is totally what you get. And this is me. So, want you to know that there's no shame in my game. I am learning how to operate this system. So there may be a couple of flukes and it may happen just great, but don't expect anything to be perfect because RJ is a part of it. And I don't know about you. Whenever perfect is there and I show up, is no longer perfect. And I'm okay with that. I hope you are too. I hope you're willing to have some grace today so that we can grow in grace today and that we can learn together. Thumbs up if that's good with you. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Hello, Miss Wanda. Good to see you, beautiful. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right. So, what you see, what you get. But we are growing in God's grace. And that's the thing about change. It's important that we grow, that we don't stay the same. And you know, when we were kids, we had what we call growing pains, right? Like we're stretching and we're growing, and it's not always comfortable. But in the end, we win. So during this time right now, that might be the case for so many of you, if not all of us, right? All right, so I told you a little bit about the equipment. We're gonna actually have some breakout sessions where you get to go and connect with a woman or two a little later on. This is interactive, meaning it's not just me, it's you and I. We're doing this thing together. I've just been the one to answer the call and say, yes, I'll bring women together and I'll remind them of their greatness and I'll help them by encouraging their heart with what I have. And I don't have it all. I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the know-hows. I don't have all the skills. But together, wow, we can do a lot. And so if you're willing and you're ready to do it together, you show up every day just authentically you, then I'm convinced we can do this. Anybody convinced with me? Thumbs up if you're convinced with me. Sweet. All right. Who had lunch today? Wave at me if you had lunch today already. Awesome. And who's going to have lunch now? Wave at me. And who's going to make sure you take a moment out if you're not fasting to have lunch when we're done? Wave at me. Awesome. It's important. It's important that we feed our body because when we feed our body, we have more energy to feed our mind, right? If we're not feeling good because we haven't had enough food, we're all cranky and right? We need that food and we need that water. So very important. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to unmute you all, give you a chance to say hello. I'll just say, call your name out as I see you. If I don't call your name out, you can always wave at me, say hello, and let me know how you're doing over there. There's a little button. There's a lot of buttons down on the bottom, actually. And you can touch those buttons and kind of play around with them to see what you're able to do. You can chat, you can ask a question, you can mute yourself, you can unmute yourself. So there are things that you can do down at the bottom that will help us have a good time today. So I'm going to go over to Miss Athena Blue, who was actually the first one in the gathering today. And I want to say, welcome, Athena. Tell us where you're from and what brings you to the ICU today, beautiful?
Yeah, I was the first one because I was 30 minutes early. So I kept wondering, why can't I join in? When is she joining a meeting? Then when she finally joined it, she said it's at 3:30. I said, oh, I was on at 3 o'clock. So anyway, I love RJ, and I've been a part of a couple of her programs, and I try to support her whenever I can. And she asked me to come in and be with her on this one as a part of the audience and contribute any way I can. And so that's why I'm here. So I am from Stockbridge, Georgia. It's about 20 minutes south of Atlanta. And yeah, I've been affected by the COVID-19. I worked at a surgical center, so we do all elective surgeries. So they've all been postponed. So here I am waiting it out at home. So I said, why not? Let's just see what happens here with this ladies getting together and trying to uplift one another. And here I am.
And we're glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your support. And yes, you do support me. You don't try, you do support me. And I really appreciate you doing that. And since you were 30 minutes early, like Nancy said, woohoo, you're a winner. One of the things I put out in the information, if you're the first one to log on, you will be the winner. And so, what I have today to give away is for our drawing that will take place on Friday. Now, the first ticket was already filled in and it has Victoria Rashid's name on it. Victoria was the first one to respond to my email that I sent out to go along with this. But on the next three tickets for being the first one here, I'm gonna put Elthina and Athena. And in the meantime, Tiffany, how are you, beautiful?
I'm good.
All right. So help us out with that same information. Where are you chiming in from, and what brings you here to the ICU today? This is
Okay,
Intangible.
okay. So I'm in California, and what brings me here is kind of like what the first lady said. I like to support everything that you have, and so when I saw this, and I'm like, we're kind of just have to stay in the house, and so it gets kind of boring, and just wanting an opportunity to connect. So that's what brought me here.
Awesome. Thank you, Tiffany. Thanks for supporting and encourage me and being a part of our journey today. We're honored that you're here. Thank you so much. So let's go over to Miss Wanda.
Hello, I'm here in Prescott, Arizona. Just really thankful to be here. I was calling my husband, um, and like everybody else, we're just trying to stay home. I have my two boys here, which I homeschool. My high school also has just recently gotten his assignments online, but he still has homeschool with mom. And I used to homeschool them when they were little, so I'm kind of excited about them being my captive audience. And they enjoy it. They're enjoying it, and I enjoy seeing you. I'm very motivated. I was going to have them join along with me, but I said, let me just do this first day. Wants to hear, and I always show Luke your pictures. Hey, look what RJ's saying right now. Even my older son, he really got encouraged by you. So no, just really appreciate you, your time, just everything. I can't
Oh,
say enough.
thank you, beautiful. Thank you for
Mhm.
your encouragement. All right. Miss Wanda, thanks for being here. Nancy.
Hello. Hi, Miss RJ. How are you?
Good love. How are you? That's the question.
I didn't sleep well. My neck is like killing me on one side, but it'll pass.
Your neck is not killing you, it's hurting you.
Oh, no.
God,
Yes.
life and death in the
Yes.
power of our tongues. So tell the
Thank
ladies
you.
where you're chiming in from and what makes you chime in with us.
Oh, we're here in lovely California, and I'm chiming in because, I'm a big follower of RJ.
All right, awesome. You just keep following me as long as I'm following Christ. Because after that, girl, you
Amen.
might be following me on the side of the road, beating somebody down. I'm just saying, like, you following me as I'm
If you're
following
beating
Christ,
somebody down,
girl. I'm from New
there's
York.
a problem.
Look, my last name is Jackson from New York. Yeah, make sure you following me to the right place. I'm just saying. Well, thank you all
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much for being here. I really appreciate you again and your support. I'm sure there are some other people because there are plenty of people who signed up that's probably having some struggles right now in getting in, but we'll make sure that we share this with them and give them an opportunity to come on in as well. Our time is very limited because I honor you. I want to do my best to stay on time with you today. But I want to talk about where we are as a culture, as a nation, as a world today. There is a lot of stress in the atmosphere right now. A lot of stress. I don't care how well we think we got it together. There's a demand on our body, and a demand causes stress. And that's actually what stress is. It's a demand on us. And sometimes stress is good because it propels you into more greatness. And sometimes stress, depending on how we handle it, is the negative because it pulls us away from our purpose. And today, as we talk about stress, and I just want to just kind of give you a lump sum of information that's practical, that we can actually apply to our day to day, that we can make a change in our environment, in our thought process, in what we do, and how we do what we do, so that at the end of the day, those things we do and those things we say are life giving. Because how many of you know stress plus stress only adds up to more stress? So at some point, someone has to be able to de stress situations that are not life giving. For example, if your husband is snappy, you don't have to be snappy back because that's stress on top of stress that only adds to more stress. But instead, you can utilize something practical that we'll talk about today that will help you de stress the situation where you'll be able to come back and talk about it. Or you won't even have to go anywhere. You'll be able to talk about it right there. So let me share with you a quick couple of my notes that I have for you on stress today. One of the reasons why, in addition to the coronavirus, because I'm a firm believer that the coronavirus doesn't cause the stress, it just adds more stress to what's already on our plate, to what's already going on. Now, I showed you my plate for lunch, and this is actually my plate. It's a small plate, and it's a small plate for a reason, because the larger the plate, guess what? The more we feel we have to put on the plate. And if we put more on the plate, the more we feel we gotta eat everything on the plate. Because what did mama teach us? Eat everything on your plate. Don't leave nothing, right? And so we take that same concept and we apply it to life. And so instead of eating what's on our plate, we keep like a smorgasbord putting more and more on our plate. We already have family, we already have home responsibilities, then we go out and join clubs, and then we become the president and the secretary, and we have all this stuff on our plate, and we can't eat it. And we're getting frustrated and stressed out because we can't eat what we put on our plate. And then, not to mention what we put on the plate, then other people come and add to our plate. And then life happens, coronavirus, and adds more to our plate. And we're like, Keldon, take me away, right? Because we have too much on our plate. You know where most of the stuff on our plate comes from? The stuff we pick up along the way. The stuff. If we live in America, which most of you said you're on the East Coast or the Mountain Central or the West Coast, you probably already understand that in America, we are in the top 5% of the richest people in the world. The top 5%. But yet, we're the ones who panicked and ran out and started hoarding things that people needed to survive. We're the ones that got 300 rolls of toilet paper in our closet, right? We're the ones that have 900 canned goods that will expire in our closet. We're the ones that live next door to people who don't have food to eat. We're the ones that walk past people on the street when it's raining and don't have anything to give to them, but yet we have stuff. And our stuff is stressing us out. We have more stuff than we need, and we have stuff we don't even need. Anybody on here got stuff in your house you don't even need or you don't even use? Thumbs up if you can agree with that. Well, you are not alone. Did you see those thumbs? You are not alone. So you know what we're going to do? I'm going to kind of challenge you right now. I'm going to challenge you for the next 5 minutes to put your camera on so we just see your beautiful camera face and get up from wherever you're sitting and for 5 minutes go find 3 things in your house that need to go in the trash and you still holding on to it, or it's just sitting there, or you don't even recognize it. It just has become a part of your daily routine, but it doesn't even work. You don't even need it. Now, you could find some things you could give away, but I'm not asking you to do that right now. I'm just asking you to go find 3 things in 5 minutes in your house, 3 things in 5 minutes that it's not working. I don't, what am I holding on to this for? I don't need this. I can't even give this away. I need to get up and throw this away. And I'm going to encourage you and challenge you to go and do that right now. Any questions on what I'm asking you to do for the next 5 minutes?
No, ma'am.
Let's go get them.
As you're listening on the replay, please take 5 minutes to go and do the assignment as well.
Nancy, be able to share your stuff with somebody.
Well, to finally, it's like holding yourself accountable to let go. Let it go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Key word there, accountability. How about you, Miss Athena? What was that like
It's
for
nice
you?
to know that it was pretty good. It's nice to know that I'm not alone. There are other people who tend to hold on to things too. So it was kind of comforting in that way to know that I'm not alone in that manner.
Absolutely. And that's a key thing to understand, that we're not alone. And when it comes to stress, sometimes we feel it's just us and we got to handle it all by ourselves. How about you, Miss Wanda?
Oh, well, it was a pleasure getting to speak with Athena one-on-one, and even seeing her other item that she had made me even think of more little items similarly that I probably could go get rid of stuff, and it was good. It was a good reminder
Yeah.
about possessions or things for me that really aren't needed.
Awesome. I love that. I love how you shared that seeing someone else can help remind you of where we are. And in a culture in which we're always comparing ourselves, we're always trying to measure up to people. But to be able to look at it and say, let me look in the mirror more closely, that's amazing right there. Thank you so much for sharing that. Miss Tiffany.
Hey, so yes, that was nice. Talking to Nancy, she brought up her shoe, and I'm like, yeah, I have a ton of shoes I need to go through and get rid of. But I kind of just explained to her that I tend to like throw them in a tub and leave them, and then I'm like, okay, I don't worry about it, and now I have a ton of stuff I need to go through.
Awesome. Awesome. Ladies, I admire your courage. You took one major step towards freeing up your mind of negative thoughts, because that clutter is what's in the way of us progressing. We have clutter in our mind. And by you recognizing that you had some items that perhaps you didn't think you had, and by you taking those items and saying, I can let it go. Now you have more power to do that with the thoughts in your mind that hold you back. And the same thing relates to letting go things that are keeping us from being healthy in our bodies. We can now use our power to let go of those things that keep us putting on more weight when we already have too much weight on us. because we now have found the courage to say, let me find something that's holding me back. So now you can look closer internally at yourself and say, let me find something that's holding me back and let that go. I'm not professing that it's going to be easy, but one step at a time, just like you found one item at a time, you can do this. You can do this. And I'm rooting for you to take some of the demands off of yourself, the demands that stress us out, that cause us to have broken relationships, unhealthy confidence, the relationships that are separated, and to find healing and wholeness. I want to encourage you to take those 3 things and throw them away. I threw mine on the floor, but they can't stay there. They got to go out the house today or in the trash today, right? Not tomorrow, today. Free up your space to receive change, the change that you need and you're deserving of, the change that's been waiting to come into your life and help you be more relaxed and more assured. You got to get rid of some of the stuff. That's called de-stressing. So I want to say thank you for joining me, for your grace today, and allowing me to, for the first time, use the system. How did it work for you? Thumbs up if it was good. Awesome, awesome. At the end, when you check out, it's going to ask you, how was your experience? Put that same thumbs up in there, if you will. And then you're going to actually get an email that gives you your prescription for today. All right? And so every day at the end, I'm going to send you a prescription. Make sure you take your prescription and come back tomorrow for your courage checkup. And please invite people to join us. Tell them they have to get on early to sign up in time for the Zoom and the information that's required that I don't have any control over. And then if you have any problems getting on, send me a quick email to let me know, hey, there's something not working. And that way I'll know I'll be able to look into it. Just before we go, I'd love to know if you have any final thoughts you'd like to share. Tiffany, I'm going to start with you if you have a takeaway or anything you'd like to share. And also, I do want to invite you, when you pick up your prescription, if you have a comment or a testimonial or something you can share positive with us, please take a moment to do that as well when you pick up your prescription. Your prescription is already sent electronically to you, and you can gather it via email. Tiffany, anything you want to share before we go?
Yeah, I think this was a great session. My takeaway is that we're not alone and that we all might go through different things that we might hoard or hold on to, and it just gives you a sense of relief to know that you're just not the only person who does that.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Tiffany, and thanks so much for joining us. I'd love to see that in the comments when you pick up your prescription as well. Thank you. How about you, Miss Athena? Any closing words?
I just want to say I enjoyed meeting everyone. I always enjoy listening to RJ and uh, just just a community of being together with the women who go through the same things and go through the same struggles. And we all have to declutter and de-stress. So it was comforting to know that, like I said, we were not alone, and we're all in this together, and we can help uplift one another if we stand strong together.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Be sure to invite other women and remind them they're not alone either, because sometimes we think we are and we need to be reminded we're not alone. And this is one way we can discover it, that we're not alone, because we see and feel the experience of other people. How about you, Miss Nancy? Any final words before we go?
Yes, it was good seeing all of you. Hi, Athena and Tiffany. It was lovely meeting you, and Wanda, you as well. Yeah, I guess I got some work to do now. Thanks, RJ.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, listen, homework is good. It's healthy. So good for you. Miss Wanda.
Yes, no, it was wonderful seeing everyone's faces. And RJ, I just want to thank you for your time, your energy every time you're on, whether it's a quick check-in in the day or a prayer, a Friday prayer. I just think, wow, God, you've given her the strength to just encourage us and how he's using you. And I just think that you're just awesome that way. And I know it's just through the Lord because I just feel it and it just uses you. So yeah, thank you for this.
Thank you, Miss Wanda. Thank you for your words of encouragement. And yes, girl, it's only through the Lord. Because without the Lord, I tell you, you don't need to worry about coronavirus. You need to worry about RJ Jackson without the Lord. I'm just saying. All right, so I want to give you an opportunity to earn some more raffle tickets. You can do that by simply inviting people to come. Just go invite. If 3 of your people show up, girl, I got you. I got you. And don't forget, I gave you an assignment, 3 things, but you can do more if you like. I found one more thing. I won this prize to attend this sales meeting in San Diego, which was supposed to take place coming up, the 26th and the 27th. It's coming up. So, but I'm gonna throw this away. Oh, and I signed up. Well, RJ, why are you throwing it away? It hasn't come yet. I wrote the information down in my calendar. I don't need this piece of paper anymore. It's not going to do anything for me but take up space. Matter of fact, when I found it, I moved it and I looked behind it, and there were 3 birthday cards I was supposed to mail out last week, hidden behind this thing right here in the way. I'm throwing it away. Besides, the event has been canceled. All right. One thing that's not canceled for sure, that's your purpose. And you were created for a purpose. Go get rid of some stuff that's keeping you from living life on purpose. I'm going to give you a prescription to resume life on purpose. In the meantime, in between time, I'm so honored that you spent this time with me. Will you please join me again on tomorrow? Same time, probably the same station, but I'm going to send you the link just in case to make sure. And I so appreciate you. Thumbs up to you. Hats off. Have an amazing day. And don't forget, pick up your prescription and take it for 24 hours. I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, RJ.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Thanks.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye.